But the main frame of things is that take time to be the greatest person that you can be. Take time to be the better person, the better version on how you want to see yourself to be. Because if you made it here today, that means you changed in a profound way. That means you changed and grew in such a way that got you in this moment. And if you don't take time to pat yourself on the back, give yourself a hug, and you're waiting on somebody to give you your kudos and all that type of stuff, you may never get it. And because you never got it, that means you're going to revert back to who you once was. So I say all that to say is that be a grown-ass man or a grown-ass woman. Stop letting social media dictate your emotions. Stop letting social media create the ambiance of what you walk into. Stop letting social media be the parent that you never had, because it's not. At the end of the day, it's just a bunch of people's opinions on how they view life, and whatever perspective or whatever opinion they have, and some of them be valid. Majority of them don't be. I do believe that Facebook is not a real place, because I don't feel like people are being honest and real about their circumstances and situation. Not saying it's everybody's business, but it becomes everybody's business when you put on there how much money you making, and you put on there, who you fucking, and you put on there, if you take care of your kids, or the situation you got going on with the government and things like that. So, things like that. So I feel like it's impersonal to you, but at the same time, you don't put that BS on there. You know what I mean? Like, you don't want people to judge you or whatever the case is. So I say that to say is that I don't believe Facebook is a real place. Like, Facebook is a facade. You run into certain people and you think they got this going on, and the whole time they had that going on, but they don't got that what's going on right now. They fell in life horribly, and they living off an image. They're being a character in their own story. So guess what? They could paint that character out to be whatever they want it to be, or whomever they want it to be. And in the teaching aspect of it, don't believe everything you see on TV. Don't believe everything you see on social media, because it's just a bunch of captions to a picture, which a picture explained could be 1,000 different words, 1,000 different stories. If you wasn't truly there, it's cool to look at, laugh, like, and all that type of stuff. But when you make comments on things, make sure you be careful and understand what you're making a comment on, because you could be wrong. And I realized that not just women, but dudes don't take accountability too of they fuck ups. Now, grown men do, mature women do, but majority of everybody ain't grown. Y'all just fit the bill. You know what I mean? Y'all think paying bills makes you grown. Y'all think fucking make you grown, and amongst the many other things. Some of y'all don't even know the difference between goals and tasks. Some of y'all don't even understand the ideology of a plan. Some of y'all believe that plans are meant to fail. Some of y'all believe that relationships are not meant to be had. A lot of y'all believe that relationships don't progress into marriage and happy homes and all these type of things. A lot of y'all believe that it's cool to be fucking off on somebody else's chick. Vice versa, women fucking off on other women's dudes and stuff. And the more and more I sit back and realize and start coming accustomed to society, not adapting to it, because that shit is becoming a normal. And I'm not trying to be what's normal, because the normal things in society, let me break it down to you, is bad credit. If you look at the 10 people next to you, everybody got bad credit. Everybody got multiple baby mamas, or the women got multiple baby daddies, multiple kids. The father's not in the household. The father's on child support. The government stepped in, things like that. Like, y'all normalize these things. And I'm not here to bash no woman. I'm not here to bash no man or anything like that. I'm just stating the obvious, that we make these things seem like it's supposed to be like this. It's not supposed to be like this. But because it is like this, we learn to accept it and build up walls and defense systems where people attack these things because someone else don't accept it. Like, don't nobody gotta accept you. Don't nobody gotta like you. Don't nobody gotta fuck with you. Don't nobody even gotta give a fuck about you. But just to let you know, as long as you care about you, as long as you take care of your business, as long as you handling everything that you're supposed to be handling, what everybody else gotta say don't even matter. Don't be bothered by the naysayers and things like that. Don't be bothered by the trolls. You know what I mean? The extras, the randoms, and things like that. These people don't know you. They don't know your story. They don't know your background. They don't know what you came from, what you've been through. So don't get offended when somebody say something opposing to your comment. You know, especially if they lack the intelligence to understand and interpret what you even said. But you will never know, and the only way you do know is by the response they gave you. That's how you know people lack integrity. That's how you know people lack understanding and values, goals. Excuse me. But that's how you know people lack these things that has heart, that has understanding, development, growth, creativity. You know, the things that makes a man and the things that makes a woman. Not the things that make a male and a woman a female. No, not those things, because those things, for some odd reason, people could choose what they want to be. And it's like, yeah, you can be a male or a female, but that don't make you a man, and that don't make you a woman. It's different things that categorize these individuals that makes them a man and makes them a woman. And you have to fit the bill to be these. Other than that, you just in a costume. Just in a costume. You dressed up. It ain't even Halloween yet. And there's a bunch of goofies and a bunch of clowns and stuff going on. But I'm going to tell you like this. Don't be bothered. Don't be worried. Don't be misled by these things that's going on in this world and of this world. Due to the fact, like, it's all here to distract you. It's all here to disrupt your flow of where you're trying to go. It's all to disrupt God's plan for your life. It's all here to do those things. And the more and more you believe and buy into that stuff, the more and more you walk away from God's plan. But one thing about it, God don't turn his back on you like people do. God don't look at you, look down on you like, you walked away, I ain't got nothing for you. Nah, God was still standing there when you walked away. All you had to do was turn around. But the thing is, he didn't leave you. He didn't say, oh, man, you know what, F that, man, motherfucker on his own. Like, God didn't do that. We have a loving God. We have a loving God, a loving creator. Because if you think about the beauties of this world, it can't be made out of nothing but love. But due to distortion, we have hate. Love distorted is hate. Hate misconstrued is jealousy, envy, amongst the other deadly sins. But all I'm going to say is, stay true to who you are. You won't have to worry about all the other stuff. You won't have to make sense out of this stuff. God going to make sense for you. And I say that with the hope that people do understand where I'm coming from. But trust me, in all due time, you're going to understand and know, like, damn, okay, yeah, that do make sense. It might not make sense now, but I guarantee you at some point in time it will make sense. And very sooner than later. Because we count time, God don't. He created us in his likeness and image. So the things about it is that it's going to make sense in all due time. We just flow under the restraints of time. That's why we so-called get old. That's why we so-called that's why we so-called age. Things come and go, things die, and things like that. But when you take time to look at things on a deeper sense, like the logical aspect of it, yeah, that's what's going on, because that's what we see. But if you take time to look at things through your third eye, with an open mind, with an open heart, you're going to start to see things a lot differently. And so, due to the fact of that, take time to look at things with this, and this, and this. Because what you see with these are tricking you. What you hear with this is tricking you. Because actions are a production of what's internal. This are the actions of what can be misconstrued and misconstructed to the masses that don't logically understand where you coming from, why you say that, when did you say it, do it apply to what I got going on, do it fit the bill, etc., etc. So when I say all that, It's just to tell you that you got to be the one that controls your own destiny. God got it all made out for you. It's all about how you show up, though. It's all about how you show up and present yourself. Let's level up.